Good morning, class. Good morning, class. Assalamualaikum. Today, I will just continue. I already told to you that constitutions have three parts. Okay, the first one is the regarding the concepts, source, and the meanings of the constitutions. Okay, and then the second part is the purposive depolarizations of constitutions. And this is the last part on the constitutions, federalism in Malaysia. So I have to do the three parts for you, to separate three parts. Okay, for your knowledge, tutorials. Group assignment is 50%, convert to 10%. Group assignment 50%, convert to 10%. Video presentations 50%, convert to 10%. That means that group assignment and video presentations, the total is 20%. Okay. Test is a 50%, convert to 20%. And final test is 100%, convert to 60%. Okay. We are now on the week 8. That means that we just left 6 weeks. 6 weeks. So maybe week 10. Okay, week 10 we have a test. Week 10 have a test. And then week 14 have a final test. So I'm just running to catch up. Everything, because when I think this topic is very wide and very very tough, so I have to explain one by one. Okay, so we are now on the chapter 3, still chapter 3, the last one, and then we'll continue to chapter 4. Okay, we'll continue to the chapter 4. Okay, so today we are discuss the lecturing on the federalism in Malaysia. Okay, so in this world there's only two systems, unitary or federalisms. Okay, federalisms in India, federalism in Britain, federalism in Malaysia, federalism in Japan, unitary like Indonesia, China, Russia, USA. Okay. Federalism is a method government that allowed two or more entities to share control over the same geographic regions. The power is divided between the national government and other government units. Okay. In Malaysia, this means that the power is divided between our federal government and our state, or sometimes local government. So you must understand. In federalisms, federal government, state government. Federal government, local government. So that means that there's two things you must understand. Okay, because in Malaysia we have three types: federal, state, local. But in the federalisms, that means that federal, between federal and state, and between federal and the local government. Okay, and then there's another questions. Is it the federal government can establish a territory for federals? Yes, can, because federal governments can establish a territory for the federal territory. Okay, so when you're seeing on this in federalisms like India, New Delhi is the federal territory for the India. Like the London is a federal territory for the Great Britain. Okay, so you understand? You get me or not? Okay. Each person in Malaysia is subject to the law of that city, states, and our federal governments. Okay. And then you must know that. Okay, you must know that It can only be done with the consent of the small territory or the state wanting to merge with each other and hand over some sovereignty of the state power to the central authority with guarantee by the constitutions and still retain the entity. This issue already be settled by the Tunku Abdul Rahmans when we want to independence. These pre-conditions by the British before we are independence. The first was must get the consent, the power of the Sultan of each state to passing this power to the people's power. So the representative of people's power in that time is the Tunku Abdul Rahman. So all the states already agree, already sign. You still remember the ship, the ship convoy to KL to India after the Tunku Abdul Rahman get the consent, the permissions from the Sultan. Tunku flight away from New Delhi to London. Okay, you still remember the story? Okay. There's a division of authority based on written constitution on the function of the government, which a government has independent power over at least one area of the matter. Okay, this thing you must understand. This thing that telling about federal risk, state risk, concurrent risk. Okay, and then next, every government has a high power of the field on the field it is elected to. That means that every government, federal government, state government, local government has a high power on the field or is allocated to. That means that federal risk, state risk, concurrent risk. The two governments have a direct relationship with the people and have their legitimacy verified. You understand? That means that the two governments, federal, state, federal and local governments. See that? Federal, state first, the second, federal, local government. Any governments cannot alter this relationship state in the consent of the constitution on its own. That means that constitutions is a supremacy over the state law and local government law. A territorial government exists on its own right and power. Yes. And that means that state government on the territorial governments on the state. Johor on territory of the Johor territorial states. Formation of the Federation of Malaysia is unique because not all the member state as issued in the federal system have the same power. That means that we must understand why this happens, because you must understand. When we are independent, the most senior state and the most modern state in that time is Johor, and the most lag behind is what? The most lag behind state is Kelantan, Terengganu, Kedah and Perlis. So these states have this state have a difference, but in the constitutions they have the same power. Yes, they have same power, but in the particular way. Okay, we see that Johor is most retaliated. That means that Johor is more vocal, voice out everything, because Johor is the most senior state. Okay, so you see that some of the states have a vocal voice, some of the states doesn't. Very quietly. Okay, especially police. Compare Johor and police. Okay, because when you see that Johor is a vocal voice, police always quiet. When a certain issue highlight. In essence, the relationship. The relations given to Sabah and Sarawak is a condition of establishment of the Federation of Malaysia. That means that some of autonomy power was given to Sabah Sarawak when we are established Federation of Malaysia. So that means that the relaxations, okay. And then the central government relationship with state government is sometimes good and sometimes cold. So which state? Johor. Okay, Johor. And then you must understand, okay, the federalisms is not coming out in 1948. Already have, I say that federal agreements 1895. You still remember federal state, non-federal state, negeri-negeri bersekutu, negeri-negeri tidak bersekutu, perjanjian negeri-negeri bersekutu, perjanjian negeri Melayu bersekutu, perjanjian negeri Melayu tidak bersekutu. Perjanjian negeri-negeri Melayu bersekutu 1895. Perjanjian negeri Melayu tidak bersekutu 1910. Okay. And then next is what? Malayan Unions, but was being opposed by Sultan and Malays and replaced by the Federation of Malaya 1948 and then Federation of Malaysia 1963. Okay. So our federalisms is written constitutions. Okay. And the need for mutual defense due to security threats often faced by the country. That means that all the states must surrender when we are talking about the security threats to the federal governments. Okay. So the willingness of federations to work together economically, especially on the national development. There's a wise leadership and negotiable force to ensure the smooth and orderly operation of the system. Social cultural equality such as language, race and religion. Okay, in this thing you must know that this shows that our leadership in federal governments always have a negotiable force between states leadership and Sultan and Johor. Actually Johor, okay. So Johor is a very tough relationship, especially when the Tun Dr. Mahathir era. Okay. So when you look on here, you must understand, okay, the state and the federal have equality. Equality on what? Language, race and religions. Okay, equality. And then you must understand that non-conformity factor can occur in two conditions between two levels of governments, vertical or horizontal. Vertical means that federal and states. Horizontal means that between federal and local governments. Is it true? No. Vertical means that federal and the state. Horizontal means that between states. Between states. That means that you understand. That's not only the issue between federal and the state, but there's also have an issue between states. Johor and Kelantan, Johor and Pahang, Johor and Negeri Sembilan. There's a between state. There's also have an issue between states. Okay, and then there's also let's say that we can say that, okay, like language. Language, that means that we must understand it's a dialect. It's the dialect. Okay, so when you look on the Malay populations, okay, Kelantanese and Terengganu, we are saying that East Coast dialect. Okay, East Coast dialect. Perlis, Kedah, Pulau Pinang, and Northern Perak is the what? North Coast dialect. So these two dialects is the major dialect in the Malay populations, because it have around 60% to 70%. Okay, compared to Johor Southern dialect. So Southern dialect is not much. So sometimes there is a between that the language issue. Okay, I give to you. Okay, give to you. Okay, the issue is like this: going straight. In Johor is the tegak, jalan tegak. But in the East Coast is what? East Coast is what? You know, it's not same, is it? When you compare to North Coast, dialect utara. No, not the same. Okay, so sometimes there's an issue of the language use. Language use, that means that dialect. Which dialect is the most dominant? Okay. And then another one is ethnic diversity, power imbalance. Okay, imbalance economic developments. Okay, this issue I will explain you later on. Okay, and I will also explain to you the relationship between federal and state, because I just want to highlight things in your slides. Okay. Okay, in this slide say that federal constitution and state constitutions. Okay, federal constitution and state constitutions. Okay, so when you see on this thing, that you must understand the federation is required to guarantee the sovereignty of the Malay Sultan in their respective states. Each state, irrespective of whether it has a sultan as its rulers, has own state constitution, but uniformity, all state constitutions must have a standard set of essential provisions. What does it mean that? Okay, maksudnya you kena faham, Kerajaan Persekutuan sememangnya menjamin kedaulatan sultan ke atas negeri dia. Tetapi setiap negeri sama ada sultan atau tidak, okay, yang mempunyai perlembagaan negeri tetapi tidak seragam, okay, tidak seragam, wajib ada satu piawaian ataupun satu standard set yang penting untuk menggariskan kuasa antara negeri dengan persekutuan. Clear or not? Get me or not? Okay. This provide for the establishment of state legislative assembly consisting of the ruler and democratically elected member, which seek for a maximum of 5 years. Okay. Ini termasuklah seperti DUN, yang mana maksimum 5 tahun, dan setiap negeri pula kena menghantar wakil untuk ke Dewan Negara, wajib, dan setiap negeri juga perlu ada satu perundangan khas mengenai isu apabila raja meranggari peraturan tidak rasmi. Ini memang kena ada. Okay, peraturan tidak rasmi memang ada. Okay, so I will going on. Okay, I'm going on. Okay. In explaining about federalism in Malaysia, the concept of federalism in general should be understood to ensure deep understanding of this concept federalism. That means that you must understand we are not centralized anymore. We are decentralized. You know, decentralized, centralized, decentralized. Okay. Centralized, that means pemusatan kuasa. Decentralized, pengagihan kuasa. So our federal government administration is decentralized, but in the state to the local government is devolutions. Devolution means that penurunan kuasa. Clear? Federal, in the federal administrations is decentralized, pengagihan kuasa antara pusat dengan negeri. Okay. Di negeri is a devolutions. Why? Negeri menurunkan kuasa kepada kerajaan tempatan. This is known as devolutions. Devolutions. Clear? So, decentralized administrations between federal and state, devolutions between state and the local government. This is the concept of Malaysia federalisms. Okay, Malaysia federalisms. Okay, and then Malaysia federalism also must look on the economy. Okay, this is the between power of administrations. Okay, we're going to the economy. How about the economy? Okay, we are using fiscal federalism. Understand? Fiscal federalisms. Fiscal federalisms. Okay, fiscal federalisms. What the means of the fiscal federalisms? Okay, state collect tax and give to the federal, and then federal will distribute the tax that the state collects between the states according to the budget. Clear? According to the budget. Okay, and then is it state have autonomy to collect differences tax? You must know that state have to take the tax, give to the federal. Yes. How about the state have an autonomy power to collect? Selain maksud saya, kamu kena faham, negeri memang kena mengutip cukai untuk diberi pada persekutuan. Adakah negeri mempunyai kuasa yang berbeza yang diberikan autonomi untuk mengutip cukai untuk kegunaan dia? Is it can? Yes, can. But you must understand, this privileged powers was given to the state was devolution to the local governments. So the local governments collect two types of the tax. One is to give to federal. Second is to give to the state. Okay, so the federal government has the power to collect individual income, corporate tax, sales tax, and tax arising from export and import. Clear? Clear or not? Individual income, corporate tax, sales tax, and tax arising from the export and import. Okay, with little left for each state to raise tax revenue, state government have further constrained from borrowing by the constitution and too dependent on federal grants and loans to undertake increasing expenditure arising from rapid economic growing and urbanizations. Clear? That means that yes, the state have the autonomy power to collect tax for his own use, but mostly are not enough. Why not enough? Why not enough? Okay, you must understand, why not enough? Okay, let's say that. You must understand. Okay, Malaysia, kita ada berapa majlis bandaraya, majlis pemandaran, majlis daerah. Is it? So, majlis bandaraya and majlis pemandaran. Bandaraya means that big town. Bandara is small town. Majlis daerah is a kawasan rural. Majlis contohnya macam saya bagi, majlis daerah Macang, majlis bandaraya Kota Baru, Majlis Bandaran Tanah Merah. Do you know Kelantan? Okay, the Kelantan, the big city is Kota Baru. The big city, we call it Majlis Bandaraya Kota Baru. Okay, the second big city, is what? Tanah Merah. The third big city is Pasir Mas. And the small city, where is it? Where is it? Jeli. Jeli is the small city. Gua Musang is not the small city. Gua Musang is a big city, but it's on the ranking of the 5th or 4th between Kuala Krai. So when you call it big city, Majlis Bandaraya have more power to collect more tax compared to the small city. How about the Majlis Daerah Machang? Okay, Majlis Daerah Machang, Bandar Machang is not calling about the bandar. What is the status when you want to call it a bandar, a town? So you must know that there's an issue because the income, the populations, and the size of territory, which can be acknowledged as a city. So Machang cannot acknowledge as a city because Machang is not more populous. Machang is less populous. Machang doesn't have a more income, just less income. So when say these things, so in Kelantan, just Kota Baru, Tanah Merah, and Pasir Mas have a more tax give to the state, have more tax give to the federal. So other than that, where's the revenue for the state? Lodging. No lodging, pembalakan, water, bekalan air dia boleh jual. And then another word is what? Soil, tanah. Tanah pasir. Okay? So that means that we must understand, okay? We must understand because of the limited of revenue source in the state, so the state have to make a loan to the federal government. So that means that certain of the state was highly debt to the federals. Some of the state was very rich. Which state is very rich? Selangor, Penang, Johor is very rich states. See? So you understand. Okay. Another one. The next one is what? Okay. Issue and acceptance. The next one is issue and acceptance. Okay. When say the issue and acceptance, you must understand what the issue. What is the issue? Okay. The issue is the family matters such as legal effect of conversions to Islam in non-Muslim marriage, and then some issue as a petroleum royalty issue, and then some issue is a federal conflict in mass media. See that? Federal conflict in mass media. Some issue have to accept because this is a normality relationship between federal and the states. And then there's also have a certain issue is a level of knowledge and understanding between federal and the states. I give to you. I give to you. Okay, like a non-Muslim. Okay, I say to you, non-Muslim. This when I say that, okay, dua orang bukan Islam berkahwin. Lepas tu apa yang berlaku? Salah seorang pasangan tu telah membela Islam dan telah membawa anak dia masuk Islam. So pasangan yang seorang lagi tak masuk Islam. Jadi pasangan seorang lagi, bila tak pasangan yang seorang lagi tak masuk Islam, menuntut cerai. Do you know why? Because in Malaysia, when you to marry, the both of the two person have to be the same religion in Islam. Apabila dua orang ingin berkahwin dan menjadi satu pasangan hidup, mestilah mempunyai agama Islam yang sama. Apabila salah seorang bukan Islam, seorang lagi Islam, maka kes itu akan dibawa ke mahkamah sivil. Okay. When you brought to the civil court, okay, civil court will be challenged by the state. You know why? Okay, let's say that pasangan bukan Islam ni, salah seorang pasangan telah masuk Islam, bawa anak dia masuk Islam, dan seorang lagi pasangan bukan Islam. Sekarang ni mereka ni duduk di, katalah Selangor. Jadi mengikut perundangan negeri Selangor, perundangan negeri Islam Selangor, kedua-duanya mestilah Islam. Tetapi apa yang berlaku, salah seorang pasangan dia sekarang ni terpaksa menuntut cerai disebabkan perundangan Islam negeri tidak membenarkan dua orang yang tidak sama agama dalam Islam, seorang Islam, seorang bukan Islam, tidak boleh hidup sekali. Okay. When this happen, we bring to the civil court. Okay, civil court. When you bring to the civil court, that means that federal involved. When federal involved, so you must know that supremacy of constitutions. That means that our constitutions is overrule the state Islamic law. This is the issue raised regarding the family matters legal effect. See that? Ini issue. This issue, Malaysia Federation. Another issue is what? Royalty. Petroleum royalty. Okay, you know that petroleum royalty. Okay. Akta Petronas 1974. Akta Petronas 1974. Petronas Act 1974 already raised that when the federal want to take the oil between 10 nautical from the state land, that means that 10 nautical sea lah, maksudnya 10 batu nautical daripada laut sepadan negeri, have to give to the state at least 20%. So I want to ask you, Malaysia, is it have many resources? No, is it? Our agriculture doesn't give more profit to, what's it? Our agriculture doesn't give more income to the state or most income to the federal, because our agriculture is very left behind. How about our industry? Is it industry will give more income to the states and federal? No. So that means that our country now depend on the all income. All income almost get it from the state, and the state want it, the federal want it. So what happened? So Akta Petronas or Petronas Act 1974 said 20% must give to the state, 80% must give to the federal. Okay, let me ask you another thing. How about the Petronas? The cost. Who want to share? Is it Petronas only share the cost, the profit give to the state and the federal? And last, what happened? No royalty given to the state, because federal take everything, like Kelantan. Yes, Terengganu maybe the federal give 5%, but in other states like Kelantan, no, there's a no any royalty given to the Kelantan. Federal take away You know why? Because federal more need the money than the state. So this also the problems. Another problem is what? Conflict in mass media. Conflict in mass media. Okay. What is a conflict in mass media? Is the leadership between leadership in federal government and the state leadership. When there is a ruler, federal government is a ruler party, and the state government is non-ruler government, non-ruler party. That means that the state is the opponent party. And that's also issue. There's also the issue, a lot of issue. Okay. And then you must understand that, okay? You must understand that. These things, you must know that these things, the conflict sometimes ignored by the federal government. Federal government can ignore certain conflicts in mass media, but in this time, netizens play the major role. Okay, I give you one thing, see? Okay, I give you one thing. Like Malaysia Agreement 1963. MA 1963. Malaysia Agreement 1963. Okay, what happened? Sabah Sarawak, let's say that Sabah Sarawak, okay, Sabah dan Sarawak menuntut supaya Kerajaan Persekutuan Malaysia memberikan kuasa autonomi dalam pemerintahan negeri dan pemerintahan dari segi pencarian ekonomi, autonomy power to the Sabah and Sarawak. So when Sabah Sarawak want the autonomy power, especially in the petroleums, Sabah Sarawak say that, okay, all the petroleums that's being taken from the Sabah Sarawak must give to the Sabah Sarawak, not to the federal governments. How about that? Is it federal government agree on it? No. Because Sabah Sarawak say that, okay, the federal government already left them behind since 1963, and certain issues are not fulfilled by the federal governments. So now Sabah Sarawak say that, okay, fine, I want all the petroleum income give to me, and then I will use this income to develop our state. Is the federal government agree? No. And then sometimes also you must understand, okay, sometimes you understand, like when the federal governments want to intervene certain issue in Sabah Sarawak, the state in the Sabah Sarawak doesn't cooperate, sometimes doesn't allow the federal government to intervene in the Sabah and Sarawak. That's also a problems. Okay, that's also the problems. Okay, and now you must understand that. How about the safeguard for the state? Keselamatan negeri. Keselamatan negeri macam mana? How about that? Sebab masalah sekarang ni, you must understand, okay? The federal has more power on the state. Yes, but sometimes states want to safeguard their security. Let's say that Johor have a force. Johor have the state force. But the Johor state force is only for the Johor states. Because Johor said Johor want to security, to secure the Johor states, so Johor needs the force. Okay. How about Malaysian Army? Is it Malaysian Army can intervene when a certain issue arises between Johor and federal? That's also issue. Okay, that's also issue. Okay. And then another issue is the opponent party taken. Okay, opponent party like 2008, Selangor, Penang, Kelantan, Terengganu, and Kedah. Okay, this stake was being taken by the opponent party. When the opponent party in the stakes level, okay, in the state level, they don't want to cooperate the federal governments because they say that the federal government is not same the part, is not the same party. How about that? And there's certain issue like okay, the federal governments, let's say the Barisan National Front, and then the state government in the Selangor is a PKR party. Okay. So is it they are cooperated? They are cooperated. I take one issue. How about the Shabas, the issue of the water supply, Shabas.